I thank you, Mr. Bergman. Uh, you forgot to mention that American Jewish Committee is one of the first Jewish organization of the Jewish community in the United States, born in 1906. And I, as a former diplomat in the United States, came to recognize the importance of the American Jewish Committee in playing a role in developing U.S.-Israeli relations. Amos Yadin spoke about people-to-people relations, and in this I would like to say that in the INSS we recognized several years ago the growing importance of India strategically, not only for the bilateral relations but generally. And we started a dialogue with a sister think tank in India, the ORF, which hosts many former diplomats and security organizations in India, officials, and we are very enriched by this dialogue with its annual event. The next speaker is Pankaj Patel, the chairman of the equivalent of our Manufacturers Association. I think you landed at 4 o'clock in the morning or something like this. So we are very appreciative of the fact that you are willing to share the early hours of the morning here. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, I'm awake. So don't worry about I think we are here because we are celebrating the visit of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Israel and the 25-year of the diplomatic relationship between India and Israel. I have heard quite a few ideas and topics on which the AJC is working, and it's my pleasure to be with you this morning to also share on behalf of Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, FICCI. And I want to thank the organizer for inviting us here to express my view with this August gathering. It is indeed a very historic moment of India-Israel diplomatic relationship as we are celebrating the 25 years. And I'm happy of presence of Indian diaspora here, and it's a bridge between Israel and India of the strong economic and cultural bond which is there and which is developing very rapidly. In recent times, Israel and India are experiencing a new energy in the ties, flowing out of the fluent interaction on the sidelines of the global events between Prime Minister Modi and Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The 25 years since India and Israel normalized relationship, we have learned to do business with each other and have developed a substantial bilateral agenda in homeland security, defense, and agriculture, among others. From a $200 million business in 1992, comprisingly primarily of trade of diamonds, bilateral trade has now reached $4.5 billion, and there are Israeli companies now in India has grown to almost 300. Israel has become the innovation hub in the area of autonomous car technology and a spate of stunning high-tech breakthroughs which offer the world the most dynamic innovation in the ecosystems of America. For a nation keen to powering ahead on the innovation highway, this is just a small possibility which is actually blossoming into a big tree. I feel that the time is now just right for calibrating our economic engagement. Both the economies are at the inflection point and are displaying a collective strength that can work miracles for the future. Israel, led by strong growth of private consumption, low inflation, rising labor force participation, a positive investor climate because of the new low interest rates, natural gas finds, fulfillment of responsibility of fiscal policy has lot to offer for business. Indian economy post demonetization is projected by IMF to grow at more than 7%, powered by the reforms like the goods and service tax, which my colleague just mentioned, the policy initiative of ease of doing business, a robust FDI, foreign direct investment flows, opening of defense, construction, and pharma to 100% foreign equity, and so on and so forth. With this, the Sensex, the stock exchange, is signaling a buoyant numbers, being very attractive, also domestic market. In short, India is ready for doing more business. FICCI, my organization, is one of the largest organizations in India. It is a federating body comprising of not only the different chamber of commerce in India, but also the different manufacturing association and individual large members, has directly and indirectly over 250,000 members, and has been in service of industry for over 90 years. It was set up as a part of Indian freedom movement. It was a part of, it was blessed by Mahatma Gandhi to set up this new business arm for the freedom struggle of India. And it has basically identified many sectors, and we work with the government. We believe one of the areas we want to work very keenly is the India-Israel relationship. As a result, the government has bestowed upon us the India-Israel CEO Forum, and which is going to be opening its inning during the visit of Prime Minister. Solar energy, irrigation, agriculture, and pharmaceuticals have many opportunities to offer in India, and I think it's accelerating very rapidly the relationship between the two countries. Our CEO Forum is going to focus and meet regularly to discuss opportunities in each countries, also remove the kind of hurdles they might have in terms of developing the business relationship between the country, and recommend to individual government our recommendation for growing the business forward. I'm happy to inform to the August gathering that I am honored to be the first co-chair from the Indian side of the forum. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to basically mention some of the win-win opportunity for cooperation between India and Israel. Defense is one of the areas where India-Israel equation has acquired strategic dimension, but there is a need and opportunity to make more broad-based through production and manufacturing partnership, as Israel defense industry are well inclined towards joint ventures to give boost to the Make in India campaign of Government India. Currently, the global geopolitical trends make it an ideal for India and Israel to look at collaboration with larger role for Indian private sector in co-production and co-development, and also India-Israeli deal to jointly develop a medium-range surface-to-air missile system is a good business model to work on. Israel embodies the culture of entrepreneurship, highlighted by the power of innovation, global leadership in R&D spending, and the VC investments. I see a great convergence between the startup India and startup nation. Israel-India would do well to look at establishing a joint innovation and research and development fund. There are ample opportunity for Indian enterprise to tap Israeli expertise in nurturing Israel's innovation, encouraging technological entrepreneurship, supporting high value-added R&D, and enhancing the knowledge base of Indian technological industry. Flagship programs like Make in India have potential to create new market and generate more jobs both in India and Israel. I would just like to highlight here that if you look at the Israeli companies, they have many good products, but the market here is very small. When you want to go with your product to the other markets, you can, but then you have competition, and we know the manufacturing cost is a major competition. Coming to India, and when the Indian government is welcoming foreign investment, 100% ownership is possible in India for foreign companies. The companies can come and establish on their own, or we can help them to identify a suitable partner. You not only have access to Indian market, but also have an opportunity of a low-cost manufacturing base, which can actually help you to actually make your product competitive globally. So there is a lot of opportunity between India and Israel. The Indian companies, of course, have capability in terms of manufacturing technologies in engineering and pharmaceutical area, healthcare area as well, and there are a lot of opportunities to explore it further. The areas that deserves attention is in the area of greater partnership in the arid area of India through use of agriculture technology. In fact, I remember when our Prime Minister was a Chief Minister of State of Gujarat, and he was always very fond of and was very keen to bring in Israeli technology to Gujarat, and as a result, a lot of technology came from Israel to Gujarat. He is now the Prime Minister of India. He wants that to go to all over India now. The rain deficiency is a challenge in not a part of India we have, and I think with appropriate technology of water management, purification, and water reuse can actually give boost to agriculture as well. The dairy industry is another major industry in India, and of course you have proven a good skill in the area of there, and there is a good opportunity to explore in dairy industry as well. There is also possibility of convergence and skillful conversion in the vast area of scientific and technological expertise, and actually Israeli companies can join with India in increasing the advanced and growing market, as I just mentioned before. FICCI is very happy to help Israeli companies to identify partners wherever there is a need. Medical technology, medical devices also can be a big growth area, and there is a special encouragement given to this area by the Government of India. Establishing of a network research centers could be another idea to really explore the research further. I think as we move in towards this disruptive technology era in the world, it is important that the large pool of technical manpower in India along with the technological base here, should be harnessed fully to get most out of the opportunities which is there in front of us in the global economy. Tourism sector is another very interesting area. Israel, of course, has a nice tourist places to go and visit, so is India has to offer. And that can actually create a much stronger bound of relationship between the people of both the countries, and that can help actually to strengthen the relationship going forward. Before I end, I will do some publicity for myself. I'm also a president of FICCI, but I run my pharmaceutical business. My company is known as Cadila Healthcare Limited, Zydus, which is one of the leading pharmaceutical company in India. We represent a wide range of pharmaceutical, animal health, and other areas of pharmaceutical products, not only in India, but we are a major exporter of generic pharmaceutical out of India. I once again want to thank the organizer to invite us and have an opportunity to interact with you. And I'm sure that this is just the beginning. We have to walk a long way to build this relationship to a stronger footprint. Thank you very much.